Okay, guys, we're continuing on with Unit 4B. We're going to do some more factoring today. The previous lesson we did greatest common factor and difference of squares. We're going to reintroduce trinomials, easier trinomials today that you guys have seen in Algebra 1. All right, so we must memorize sign rules. If you do not memorize these, you are going to struggle big time on your homework in the test. It is not difficult. There's 3 situations. As you can see, the 3 bullet points here. So what we always do is look to the C term first, called the constant. When the C is a plus, that means the signs are the same. So if the C is a plus and the B is a plus, obviously your sign's got to be plus plus. It wouldn't make any sense whatsoever if you had a minus anywhere there. The second one, when the C is a plus but the B is minus. As I said, when the C is a plus, your signs are the same. So then look at the B and go, oh, they're both the same. They're both minus minus. And the numbers we choose are going to have to meet a criteria. You just can't choose any numbers that you want. You need to choose numbers that multiply to get the C term and add to get the B term. Next is the third scenario. Look at the C. Notice it's a minus sign. Whenever you have the C term being a minus, it does not matter what the B is. Whenever you have a minus C, your signs are going to be plus minus. And the rule, those are a little trickier, but the rule you want to go by for the numbers is the numbers to fill the factors multiply to C and subtract to get B. So, example 1, we're going to start off with some easy ones with all pluses. So, the signs, everything's a plus, so we're going to go to x plus and x plus. Now we need factors of 8. So what you may want to do so basically we need 2 numbers that multiply to get 8 and add up to get 6. I mean, it's actually common sense. I mean, 2 and 4. Can't get any easier than that. So don't overthink it, guys. So notice, again, 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 plus 4 is 6. Now, side note, if you ever wanted to check if your answer was correct, you can FOIL your potential answer, FOIL and combine like terms, and if it turns back into the original problem, that means you did it right. Okay, example 2, x squared plus 7x plus 10, all pluses again. So, the signs are plus plus. What 2 numbers multiply to get 10 and add up to get 7? Very easy. Another easy one. 2 and 5. You could probably have answered this problem in 4th grade. Okay, so now take a look at the signs carefully. Now, again, we always look at the C term first. So the C is a plus. That means the signs are the same. Then we look at the B and go, okay, the B's a minus, so if they're both the same, they're both minus. And again, the rule that was above in the notes, what 2 numbers multiply to get 12 and add up to get 7? Easy, 3 and 4. Okay, another one. Notice again, example 4 is just like example 3. We look at the C term first. It's a plus, so that means the signs are the same. They're both minus. And guys, please make sure you are taking down the notes in your packet. I noticed that I made an open note test and literally half of you did not take down notes and use your packets. It's quite embarrassing for you. Anyway, what 2 numbers multiply to get 15 and add up to get 8? Easy again, 3 and 5. Your only options here, I mean, if you were to write out the 15, you know, like if you're dealing with bigger numbers and people are struggling to think of factors of 15, you know, 1 times 15 and 3 times 5. Sometimes it helps to write them out and then go, okay, that's the one that adds up to 8. Okay, next up. Now this one, I look at the C first, and it's a minus. And by the way, the B is a -1. So again, when we look at the C first, and it's a minus, what are the signs there? Rewind if you're not sure. Signs are plus, minus. So now, we need two numbers that multiply to get 12, but subtract to get -1. So again, it may help. I'm going to go to the side. It may help if you write factors of 12. So 12 divided by 1 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now, this gets tricky because which one is a plus and which one is a minus? Now, the rule we're going to go is there's a little trick or phrase that may help. The sign of B, the sign of the B term, goes to the bigger number. The sign of the B term goes to the bigger number. So if you look here, the bigger numbers are on the right here. So that means let's put the sign, and the sign of B, what is it? The sign of B is negative. So that means the bigger numbers, the 12, the 6, and the 4, will get negatives. So that means these would get the pluses. So which pair subtracts to get my B term, which is -1? You should be saying these two guys. So we can fill them in the parentheses now. X plus 3 and x minus 4. And it is extremely important that the 3 gets the plus and the 4 gets the minus. So let's do another one. So again, look at the C term. It's a minus. So your signs are plus, minus. So let's figure out some numbers on the side. So I always start off with the number 1 when I'm doing factors, 1 and itself, 16. Then I go on to the number 2. 16 divides by 2 to get 8. 16 doesn't divide by 3. 16 does divide by 4 to get 4. So I got 3 pairs here. So now I look to the B term. Remember what I said on example 5? The sign of B goes to the bigger number. So the sign of B is a plus. So that means my B's, my bigger numbers, will get the pluses. So that means my smaller numbers get the minuses. So which of those subtracts to get the B term? 6. Positive 6. That would be this pair here. So we got a -2 and a +8. So again, look at your answers if you ever want to check. 8 times -2 is -16, and 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay, another one. What are the signs here going to be? Well, we have another C term being minus, so we're going to automatically put in plus, minus. Now we need factors of 100. So we start with 1, 1 in itself, 100. 100 divides by 2 to get 50. And actually, I can stop there. I mean, you can go further. I do have my 48, by the way. My B is -48, so obviously that's going to be this pair here. But if you wanted to go further, you obviously can, but no need there. So, sign of B, what is it? A negative. So sign of B, negative, goes to the bigger number. Sign of B goes to the bigger number. So the 2 gets the plus. So let's fill it in. X plus 2 and x minus 50. So 2 times -50 is -100. And 2 minus 50 is negative 48. Another one. What are the signs here? C term is a minus, so plus minus. So let's get some factors of 21. 1 and itself. Obviously not 2, 3, and 7, and that's it. So look at your B term. Sign of B is a plus. Sign of B goes to the bigger numbers. So that means the smaller numbers get minuses. Which pair do I need? Now they have to subtract to get 20. So that would be negative 1 and plus 21. Negative 1 plus 21 is 20. Easy stuff here today. And when you're doing the homework tomorrow, please make sure you're referring to the notes. I don't want to see any signs being wrong. Sign rules are easy. There's only 3 scenarios to memorize. For your homework, you should be looking at the paper to help you on every single problem. Okay, so obviously you're going to take a second and do this one right now. Okay, so your sign rules obviously got to be plus, plus. Everything's plus. 2 numbers that multiply to get 14 and add up to 9. 2 and 7. Cannot get any easier than that. Okay, letter B. Take a minute to try this one on your own. Okay, so the signs here, again, you should be minus minus. Why? According to the notes, we look at the C first. It's a plus. That means the signs are the same. So what are they? They're both minus. What 2 numbers multiply to get 9 and add up to 6? Easy. 3 and 3. And notice, negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Negative 3 plus negative 3 is negative 6. Last one, take a minute and try this on your own. Okay, your signs. C is a minus. Your signs automatically plus minus. Guys, notice something here. In every single problem I'm doing, I'm not even looking at the numbers first. I'm literally just looking at the signs first. I look at the C term, then the B term, use my sign rules, and then I worry about the actual numbers themselves. So this gets a little trickier. I like to write down, whenever my C's are a negative, I like to write down my factors on the side because we got a plus and a minus. They have to subtract to get 8. So 1 and itself, 20 divided by 2 is 10, 3, 4, 20 divided by 4 is 5. So then look at the B term. It's a plus, so the sign of B goes to the bigger numbers. There's the bigger numbers. So the other numbers get the minus. Which pair should I use to get a plus 8x? That would be this right here. So minus 2 and plus 10. All right, that's it for my lesson. You got a nice, quick, short one today. If you're still confused, I strongly encourage you to either seek extra help from me or make sure you're typing in factor trinomials into YouTube and watch some more videos. This is something you must get right before you leave Algebra 2. If there's any big things that you should know how to do leaving Algebra 2, it's graph a line, graph a parabola, and know how to do some basic factoring.